Welcome back to my online video tutorial series. Today's topic is the construction of angles. What's an angle? An angle is a point where two lines meet. An angle. And there are three angles are broken down into three categories. There one, acute angle, which measures less than 90 degrees. Right angle, which measures exactly 90 degrees. And obtuse angle, which measures less than 180 degrees. Reflex angle, which measures more than 180 degrees. A straight line measures 180 degrees. The principle of an angle is expressed here. A circle or an angle is a section of a circle. And as we were told that a circle measures 360 degrees. It's important to note that angles are measured from east to north, west, and south. Very important. So we start at 0, we go up to 60, 120, 180, 270, 300, 360. The principle of construction of angle centers around this principle. There are three basic angles that we normally use for the construction of angles. 60 degrees, which is the most basic. When we bisect a 60 degree, we get a 30. When we bisect a 30, we get a 15. And from previous classes, we will remember that to bisect 2 points or an angle, we simply open our compass to a suitable radius, suitable radius, and identify the 2 points that we wish to bisect. Say for example, if I wish to construct, by the way, to generate these increments, we will first open our compass to a suitable radius. A suitable radius. Whatever radius that we use to draw the circle, we must use the exact same radius to mark off these increments. So let us go here. This is our radius. So we'll start here using this point as center. We will go 60. This point becomes our center. Be careful not to change the radius. We go another 60. That's 120. Again, we go 60. That's 180. From here, scribe. That's 240. 300. And back to 360. This is the principle under which angles are constructed. So it's important to remember that whatever radius we use to draw the circle, we must use the exact same radius to mark off these equally spaced increments. However, if we wish to bisect an angle, we may use a suitable radius. We may use the same radius, or we may choose to use a different radius. As you know from previous class that to bisect at the distance between two spaces, all we need to ensure is that our compass is more than half the distance to be bisected. Alright. Say for example, using this diagram as an example. Say for example, I wish to construct a 30-degree angle. We know that a 30-degree angle falls between 0 and 60 degrees. Okay? So we would first open our compass to a suitable radius using 0 as center. Scribe our first arc. Without changing the radius, we would go to point B. Scribe our second arc. At the point where both arcs meet, we would identify that point. The next and final step would be to draw a line from the point where both arcs meet to the center of the circle. So here would have been, from this point to that point would have been 30 degrees. 30. From here to there, another 30. Okay. What if we wish to construct 90 degrees? Yes. Let me create some space here. We no longer need these. What if we need to construct a 90 degrees? If from here to here is 60 and here to here is 120, we know that 60 plus 90, 60 plus 30, gives us 90. It means therefore that we would need to bisect between 60 and the 120 to get our 90 degrees. Alright? Let me explain that practically. So we want a 90 degree, we would bisect between 60 and 120. And we again open our compass to a suitable radius, scribe an arc. Without changing the radius, we go across the point to the second point, scribe or arc. At a point where both arcs meet, we draw a line from that point through to the center. Okay, and from 0 to here would be our 90 degrees. Alright. Now, what if we're given an activity where you're asked to construct 30-degree angle? Construct 30-degree angle, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90, 105, and let's say 135 or 75. Let's add 75 to the mix. 75 degrees. How do you go about doing these? First, we will be using this diagram as a guide. Alright? 30 degrees. We know that 30 degrees would fall within the first increment here. So 30 degrees is half of 60 degrees, yes? 45 degrees. 45 degrees would be somewhere between, is half of 90, or it is somewhere between 60 and 30. So we need to bisect this space. Or we could also construct a 90 degrees, then bisect this to get a 45 degrees. Alright. Next one is 60, which is the most basic angle. 60. So to get each of these, we will first need to construct a 60 degree, then a 30, then we can bisect between the 30 and the 60, between here and here to get 45. Alright. Let me explain these individually. Alright. To construct a 30-degree angle. First, you will draw a line AB. Please draw what I'm drawing. It's important to draw step by step. So we first draw a line. So draw your line. The next step would be to open your compass to a suitable radius. Suitable radius here. Scribe an arc. Without changing the radius, use this pointer center, the point where the arc cuts the line. Let's label this AOA. Using that very same radius, scribe an arc. Alright, in this case we want a 30 degree, so we know 30 degrees is the midpoint between 60, between 60 and 0. So it would bisect between these 2 points, between 60 and point 0. Or let's label this x. So bisect between x and 60. For suitable radius arc, the next step would be to draw a line through here. And here would be your third. And here, in this case, we would brighten up from here to here. We only brighten up what is required. So in this case, 30 degrees. So we only brighten up between the section in red. We only brighten up here. Everything else would be very, very pale lines. Alright. Now, so that is how we would construct a 30-degree angle.